I'm Sierra, and we're from the Gymnastics too. Today we're going to be doing a requested video, which was to create a hairstyle that you guys can do for meets, and if you want, you can also do them for practices. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is, since Sierra has bangs, we're going to grab some more hair from the opposite side, just a little in the beginning and the front, and we're going to brush all that hair over to the same side as her bangs. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a hair tie, and I'm going to leave a small section of hair in the front to work with for the braid, and it doesn't need to be exact. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of her hair back so we know what we're working with. Now today we're going to be doing a lace braid, and it's kind of like a French braid. It's what I call a half French braid, but this is the actual name for it. So you're going to start on one side, and you can choose however big of a section you want, and divide it into 3 sections. And then you're going to just start creating a regular braid for just like for a little bit of the sections. And then you can choose wherever you want to stop. And we're going to go ahead and take the section closest to our face. And this is where we're going to French braid this side, and I do mine a little differently. I'm going to take the section closest to her face and bring it over the middle. And then I'm going to grab a separate section and bring it over the middle as well, so that it becomes one strand. Now when it comes to the back, you're just going to braid it like you would normally and not French braid that half. Now at the front again, we're going to fold that piece over and grab another section of hair. So you're French braiding the front by your head, and then you're just going to braid the back. And it's actually pretty easy if you know how to French braid. So now we're just going to go ahead and finish doing this until you get a little past, I guess, their forehead. And keep grabbing your sections. Try and keep your sections the same size, just because it'll look a lot neater for meets and whatnot. And then when you get to right here, it's okay if you don't use all the hair, because I'm not. I'm going to do one more section. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start braiding back, and make sure that you work with the hair so that hopefully there will be no bumps and there's not going to be a need for any bobby pins. So make sure that you're braiding it in the direction that you want it to go. So I'm going to make sure that I'm braiding it back this way, and that way it's going to cooperate. So once you get far enough back, you don't have to finish it. It just needs to be able to fit back into whatever ponytail you're going to do. This part's optional, but it's easier to do it this way than trying to not tie your braid off with an elastic and trying to put it in a ponytail. So we're going to take a stretchy rubber elastic and just tie off the braid. So now that we have our braid tied off, I'm going to go ahead and release the rest of her hair, and there is still sections down here. And now we're going to work on tying the back into a braid. Now I'm pulling it. So now I'm going to go ahead and take every section of hair except for her braid, leaving that in front, and we're going to work it up to a high ponytail, but you guys can do like a medium ponytail or whatever one you want. But high ponytails usually work the best, in my opinion. Also be careful when you're brushing your ponytail that you don't catch any pieces of the braid, because you don't want to tug on the braid, because that needs to stay nice and tight. Once we get it tight, we're going to grab our braid from the front and place it in with the ponytail, and it should fit nicely in if you braided it how you wanted it to, and it should match up with the ponytail that you were planning on doing. Now you can take your other ponytail holder that we're using for the actual ponytail and put this in your hair. Scrunchies are optional, but for the sake of this video, we are not going to add one, and you can either keep this elastic in, or you can go ahead and take it out like this. And unravel the braid so it's just a normal ponytail. And this is what the finished product looks like.